Hi, and welcome to my take on drawing a warrior woman. I've mapped out a square grid as usual, and I'm going to start this drawing as a stick figure to get the pose down, and use a combination of lines and circles or ovals for the shoulders and elbows. First the head, which I like to draw as a simple shape. I like to also rough out the hand shapes using rough boxes. Now some horizontal lines to give me a rough idea of where her waist is and her hip line. I'm using quite a hard pencil, something like 2H, to start drawing the rough figure before I go on to detailed work. I start drawing her outline once I'm roughly happy with the stick figure. I start her face with 3 horizontal lines for her eyes, nose and mouth position. This allows me to roughly draw in her features. Now I'm going to sketch the swords in quite lightly. I'm happy so far, so I've rubbed out the grid and most of the stick figure lines, leaving her outline behind. I'm sketching in some of the detail now, her crown and her hair. Now I'm going to add in some of her body armour and the material for her skirt. Well, I had another look at the hands and in fact I'm not happy with them. I think they're too large in relation to her head and her body proportions. So at a late stage, I hate doing this. I've decided to rub them out and I'll have to adjust them, which means that I need to reposition the swords as well. Oh well. I'm using the bit of tissue paper underneath my hand to stop myself from smudging the pencil on the drawing. Now it's all about the detail. I want to get the detail of her armour, get the swords drawn out, and so on. Drawing in her hair and some of the shading on the armour, I'm really staying with this very light pencil, again something around an H to 2H, so it's a hard pencil which has given me the mid-tones, the grey mid-tones. When I come to do the darker shading, I'll switch to a much softer pencil, probably something like a 3B or 4B. I've switched my pencil now to a very soft dark 3B. Using dark tones or dark shadows really brings out the contrast in the drawing and makes it far more vibrant. So adding shadows around her hair is bringing her face forward, and what I'm going to do is use that throughout the drawing. Adding shading behind her leg on the material brings her leg forward. I've switched back to a harder pencil, a 2H, to get some mid-tones for the drawing. And it's done. I'm happy with the drawing. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, please consider subscribing. Thank you. Bye bye.